Well, as the country braces for an intense heat wave that will affect millions of Americans and push the power grid, no doubt, to the brink, well, no one can blame us in the scorching heat if we look for a little shade, and boy, have we found some today. While it's not often that you might hear the words Donald Trump and shady in the same sentence, get ready to hear them a lot. Earlier today, NBC reported that a mysterious company, one that only began months ago, is at the center of attention as it seems to be poised to potentially be the shadiest of all of Trump's unscrupulous endeavors. But before we get to the full scope of that story, that breaking story, let's beat the heat under Trump's canopy of corruption that features countless failed endeavors, illegal operations, and sketchy shell companies.
On one side, the Trump organization is deeply involved. The family are involved. So they can be very hands-on, very, very interested when they want to be. When it comes to problems, like there might be some dodgy money involved, there might be some dodgy clients, they don't want to know.
So really, what's one more to add to the pile, right? Well, you'll see in a few minutes, this one is a doozy, even for America's most well-respected businessman.
I know the best people, and I'm totally self-funding my campaign. So I don't have to take donors and special interest people and lobbyists. I don't have to bring them in.
Over the past several months, and indeed the past few decades, reporters have unearthed many alarming stories that show this very thing. They've reported on Trump's many shady business practices, his shady charities, his shady fake university scam, his shady campaign spending, and his many shady associates, and last by no means least, there is Trump's refusal to release his tax returns or any other financial information that would shed further light on his business practices, associates, and philanthropic undertakings.
Matt, while I have you on a separate topic, we're hearing that Trump's media accounting company has apparently been accused of a massive fraud. What are you learning?
Yeah, we're talking about B.F. Borgers. The SEC just accused B.F. Borgers of, quote, widespread fraud and operating what they described as a, quote, sham audit mill. Now, among other things, the SEC says that B.F. Borgers, they fabricated audit documentation. They had deliberate and systemic failures. Now, this is noteworthy because even though B.F. Borgers is not a household name, it is the accounting firm that is used by hundreds of companies, including Trump Media, the owner of Truth Social. Rahel, this is just the latest development in the Trump Media saga, where this stock price has gone up, it's gone down. Donald Trump's gotten more and more shares. His stake in his company is worth billions and billions of dollars. And now we learn that his accounting firm has been accused by the SEC of widespread fraud.
Now, keep this in mind. This is a man who alleges Biden is devious and Hillary is crooked.
Mr. President, after 3.5 years, do you regret at all the lying you've done to the American people? On
All the
everything?
what?
All the lying, all the dishonesties.
That who has done?
You have done. Tens of thousands.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Well, moving on, let's get to the breaking news story today. This development just in concerning GOP nominee and convicted felon Donald J. Trump. It's the latest breaking news example of the disturbing and mysterious ways Trump conducts his business affairs. Donald Trump is hit with a mysterious scandal today as it's unearthed that a shady company has received more than $3 million from his campaign so far this year, and the owners of the company aren't even disclosed. According to campaign finance records, the money in question has been funneled to Launchpad Strategies, LLC. It was incorporated in Delaware in November and has a Raleigh, North Carolina post office box as its listed address. Now, state officials in North Carolina told NBC News that they have no record of the company registered in the state. Launchpad Strategies, LLC has never before done any political work for state-level or federal candidates, according to financial disclosures. This, of course, raises the obvious question, what is this company and who is benefiting from it? Well, their website offers zero information about its services or who operates it. NBC News reached out to the organization for explanation, but they heard nothing back. Wow, that doesn't sound like the Donald Trump I know. Again, history repeats itself for America's most beloved and respected businessman. Hopefully the guy who the aggressively stupid continue to think will do for this country what he did for his businesses, hopefully he'll wilt from the heat. off of every foul and shady business deal done by the Trump Organization that radiates from the flesh of the unfortunate people who he ultimately burned. And there is no palm frond big enough down there at Mar-a-Lago to offer respite to the wretchedly corruptible schnook whose spray-on bronzer diverts from the truth that, like so many poisonous reptiles, picture that snake he betrayingly refers to every chance he gets, the harsh sunlight can be deadly, and prolonged exposure can even be fatal. So pour yourself a cool vodka tonic with your favorite out-of-business brand, and kick back, knowing that whether it's find the shell or hide the wiener, nobody does it better than Donald. Cheers!